Welcome, Leo, to your July Astro Oracle card reading. And for you, I pulled number 36, the Lizard. Now, 36 does break down to 9, which is the completion of a phase. And Lizard is the dreamer of the animal kingdom, but it is also a symbol for the shadow work. So this is going to be a month where you are either going to go through a dark night of the soul, or you are going to consciously choose to do some shadow work. And shadow work is not scary. It sounds frightening. A dark night of the soul also sounds frightening. But in both cases, what they really involve is finding the gold or the treasure within your own consciousness. And that gold or treasure tends to be more kindness, compassion, and love. And so don't be afraid of going into a dark night of the soul or doing shadow work. The dark night of the soul tends to happen when shadow work is pushed off, and it tends to be more of an involuntary thing where something tragic happens and you're triggered and you have to do some inner reflection in order to find a resolution. Shadow work is done consciously to work with the shadow, the rejected aspects of ourselves, the part of us that we think is broken, or the part of us that we think is flawed. Everyone has flaws. Everyone is broken. And when we own the fact that we too can be that way, and we are that way, that we have aspects of ourselves that are like that, when we own that, we become a stronger, more compassionate, kind, and loving person. That is the essence of shadow work and the dark night of the soul. Those are the positive outcomes of such a situation. To confirm this dark night of the soul, your advice card is the Moon. And the Moon is a number 37, and it breaks down to 10. So again, you are ending one phase and initiating a new one. And the Moon is all about phases. But in the reverse position, as I pulled for you, it really means to reflect and to go within and do shadow work. That is the essence of the Moon card in reverse. And so both of your cards for this reading came back saying that there was going to be shadow work or dark night of the soul. Hopefully you are electing to do this willingly and not having the experience where you don't want to. I want to say that you want to do this willingly because your crystal companion is Rainbow Moonstone. This piece isn't that great at showing the rainbow. It's there. But Rainbow Moonstone is a reflective crown chakra stone. And so what you're going to be doing this month will lead you to having a deeper connection with the divine. But it is a reflective moment. When you think about the relationship between the sun and the moon reflects back the sunlight. And that is what you are going to be doing this month. You're going to be reflecting on the light while you're in the darkness. Now, it is interesting that Venus is going retrograde in Leo this month. And so she is entering her underworld. She's going and experiencing her dark night of the soul. But remember that she always emerges as the morning star afterwards. And so it's always a positive thing in the end. There's always a silver lining to every dark night of the soul and every bit of shadow work that we ever do. Now, I did pull a clarifying card for you, and it is Oh That Gnome. And Oh That Gnome basically means that don't take this too seriously. Remember to laugh. It is kind of a trickster energy. And so the energy that you are working with this dark night of the soul is really going to be something that you're going to be able to look back at this point in time and laugh at it. In fact, that's one of the most healing things that you can do during the dark night of the soul or when doing shadow work is learn to laugh at yourself. Yes, we're limited human beings in human bodies, and we are unlimited spiritual beings in essence, but we are limited humans in the physical body. And when we admit that and we learn to laugh at ourselves, it can be the most healing experience that anyone can have. So thank you, dear Leo, for joining me for your Astro Oracle card reading. I'm wishing you the best and sending you so much love during this month. I hope that this is a very productive period for you of self-growth.